Hello and welcome to Access Paranormal. My name's Jamie Williams, and joining me in the studio as usual we've got Jonathan Sullivan.
Hello Jamie.
And a very special guest with us as well tonight. We've got Lee Arnold.
Hello Jamie.
We did have Marie, but Marie's disappeared, hasn't she, for a little bit of a sleep?
She has, yeah.
Yeah.
Rather her than me.
I know, yeah. But we're going to start off the show with something, which has affected the group, the Ghost Quest group, and each and every one of us personally.
Yeah.
And that's the passing of a very good friend of ours and a team member, Bill Fielding.
Oh no, yeah.
It's taken us all by shock. Now, anybody out there who knows Bill, you know that he's full of laughter and full of fun, and he was very, very dedicated to the group. He enjoyed the investigations, absolutely loved Mill Street. But sadly, he passed away on Thursday.
Yeah.
And it's come as a shock to each and every one of us. Now, for anyone out there, Bill was a really good friend for us all. He was always there. We had a good laugh with him, didn't we? We had some funny points. And
brilliant.
As you know, Jonathan, I've got an interview with him, and hopefully, with permission from Sharon, we can play that.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
And our thoughts go out to Sharon and everyone in the family.
Yeah.
It's a big. It's hit us all hard.
Yeah.
And Lee, you were there when you went to see him as well. You know,
I've seen him the day before.
Yeah. So it's knocked us all for six.
Yeah.
But a little bit about Bill is he started with us, didn't he? In was it 2009? So he's been with us. 2011 it was. Sorry. So he's been with us 9 years. Sorry.
Yeah.
And from day one, his enthusiasm for the paranormal was unbelievable.
Oh God, yeah.
And as you know, his gadgets. I mean, you were with him when he loved his gadgets and making the gadgets, and I think you made a few with him as well, Jonathan.
Yeah, quite a few years ago. That's all we used to do. Used to be round at his mum's, and he had a room in his mum's, and we used to go in there making all the gadgets up and seeing what we could do next.
He's a character. Did you make any with him, Lee? Yeah.
I made some for him.
Yeah.
He's had like different stuff off me and that, and we tested stuff out and things like that.
He was funny, wasn't he? Because when he come on the investigations, he always had something different to bring in gadgets. We always wondered what gadgets he was bringing. He was like the NASA of the paranormal group, wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah.
He really was. So
and
funny.
Yeah, and the thing with Bill was he was so enthusiastic. He used to watch them on the TV every single day.
Yeah.
It was basically his life, wasn't it? Really, And it's sad to see him, to pass.
Yeah,
it
certainly is.
It's made a big hole in the group, hasn't it?
Definitely. Yeah.
God,
It was just a really, really nice. It's like everyone know. I mean, at Ghost Quest themselves, we're like one big family. You hate one, you hate us all.
Yeah, that's right.
And we bickered, we argued, we had loads of arguments, and we, each and every one of us had them.
Yeah.
We've all had our fallouts now, but we've always stuck together at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was sad is we were planning, weren't we, for when we got back together as a group.
Yeah.
We would, we were thinking of Bill. We were thinking, well, he can't get down to the cells anymore.
That's
what we'll do is we'll buy some CCTV, and get him to sit there with a microphone. He'd love that.
Yeah. Well, he used to do it a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he loved it, didn't he? Yeah. But it's a really, really sad time for each and every one of us.
Yeah.
And he's going to be sadly missed by us all.
Yeah.
I think he'll be with us.
Yeah.
He'll be with us in spirit.
Yeah,
in every investigation, he'll be with us there.
Yeah.
He sure will.
He'll be laughing at us.
Oh, we've done some laughing over the years, Jamie.
When didn't we not laugh?
God.
I mean, the stories we could tell were fantastic. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave them stories for when we put Bill's interview on, because it'd be nice to have the interview and then talk about it. And for those out there, Bill, if you met Bill straight away, you took to him. He was a character. He was a laugh. Like everybody else, we all had our faults, and so did Bill. But you know what? The Bill, he was just an incredible person.
Yeah. Such a loving fella.
Oh, he cared for everyone, didn't he? And the like Liz Waugh, I mean, she was onto the phone to him every single week and that. So you can, it must have hit her and you know, Sharon joined in with us as well. She used to come to the Christmas nights with us and that.
We had some good nights.
And I mean, my thoughts and all the group's thoughts are with Sharon. There's so much with Sharon at the moment. You know, it's a hard time, and also Liam. You know, so you know, if Sharon and Liam, you're listening to this, we are thinking about you, and you will not be forgotten. You will be still part of Ghost Quest themselves. Sharon, you will not be forgotten, nor will you, Liam. But what we'll do is we'll talk about some once we get the interview up there. But we're going to dedicate this show to Bill. Because Bill would have been listening now. I'm sure he is listening now. So we are going to dedicate this show to Bill. So, Jonathan. In a little bit. Well, this show we've got Liz Waugh coming up in a little bit, haven't we? We've got an interview we did with Liz I think it was last week, wasn't it? We did an interview with Liz, so that'll be an interesting one to do. And then we also had another guest in last week, and that was Jane Basnett.
That's right.
And what did I do?
And you sent me and Jane down into the cellar
while I stayed in a nice, warm, cozy studio.
Hey, you're getting used to this, Jamie, sending us down there. Well, you're up here with the heating on.
What's the saying? It's my prerogative. I don't know what Lee's laughing at. He's next one.
I know,
But do you know what I found out the other week? And Lee,
go on.
When we done the Halloween night, and for anyone listening, Lee was sent into the main hall with a blindfold on and a microphone to say how it was.
I can see him laughing here.
I found out tonight when he came in that he hardly wore the blindfold.
Really?
What have you got to say to that?
Couldn't see, it was dark.
That is not an excuse, Lee. You're a paranormal investigator like the rest of us.
Well, I done this the other week by the toilets.
That's the worst bit as well.
That's the worst bit. And I kept my blindfold on.
Because you're not scared like him.
Well, I got really scared, and then I took it off, and then I came back into the hall with you and Marie.
But you did it.
But I did do it.
Lee Arnold of Ghost Quest Paranormal Liverpool lied.
Terrible.
Guilty. As proven. So welcome anyway, Lee. It was you know, are you looking forward to the show with us tonight?
I sure am.
Even though we've given you some stick?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. He doesn't know what to say, does he, Jonathan?
No.
But we would be talking to Marie tonight as well, but like we said before, she's gone to sleep. In Mill Street. On us at tea. Freezing cold, and we're nice and warm in the studio. So, I mean, I know you've been really busy with work, Lee, and you know, what's it like to be back in the fold, you know, being back in Mill Street and everything for you?
Fantastic. It's been too long.
And we just for the listeners as well, we pre-recorded a paranormal investigation for, I think it was about an hour and 40 minutes, was an hour and a half, something like that, which will be going on. I think it's next week we're putting that one on. So, you know, there was me, Lee, Jonathan, Marie, and Leanne. Social distancing, but it was quite a good one. We won't talk about it because it'd be quite nice for the listeners to listen to and see what happens. See if they can hear anything. It was a really good night.
It was.
Quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was
good. So, Lee, tell us a little bit about. And have you done any investigations, or have you been too busy working?
No, I've been working. And
you're not lying to us like you did about the mountain, are you?
No, honestly, I haven't had time.
You haven't?
No.
All right then. What do you think, Jonathan? Do you reckon he's kidding us on here?
I don't know, I don't know.
I know. After, you know,
have to check a story out.
After the blindfold saga, we're going to have to get one of them lie detectors when Lee comes in, put it on his finger and see if he's telling us fibs, because you know what? I'm not having it.
We'll have to check the story out with Leanne next time we see her.
The boss.
So what we'll do is we'll put the lie detector we've got on him now, because in a couple of seconds' time we're going to be talking an interview I did with Liz Waugh. And Liz was quite good actually. So what we'll do is we'll let the listeners listen into Liz Waugh's interview, and this is how it went. Now we've got Liz Waugh on the phone. And Liz, hello.
Hiya.
Hello. So, what are you up to, Liz?
Not much. Well, when I say not much, I'm going to have a look at a house where somebody's having problems.
Oh, right.
Tomorrow. Mirrors being tipped over, whistling, things like that. So I'm going to take a look tomorrow and clear it out for the woman concerned.
And did the woman contact you?
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's not bad. And I said to you, what are you up to? And you said, nothing really. But that's quite a...
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
I think I'd be thinking about that.
Up to now, I've not been doing anything because of COVID. So this is because the things are all being relaxed now. So I can come out a bit more now.
Yeah, it's a bit of a nuisance, isn't it? So we'll all get back together soon.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, have you got any ghostly experiences you want to share with us, Liz?
A few actually. Let me think. Oh, when I was having, my last son, and obviously I was in the hospital. It was the old women's hospital. Have I told you this one before?
Liz, we're on the radio. You're telling everybody, not just me.
No, but I'm wondering if I said it before, this one. But anyway, I'm going to say it anyway. I went down to have my son at the delivery room. I had the baby. And come back, and I was sat on the edge of the bed. And I was going to get a cup of tea. And a cig at the time. Anyway, this nurse appeared in the doorway. And she said, "What in God's name are you doing out of bed? You know, you should be resting, blah, 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 blah." And I said, "No," I said, "I'm going to get a cup of tea and then check the baby and I'll settle down for the night." So she said, "Yes, go on then, quick cup of tea." She said, "I'll watch the baby." So I start thanks. And I thought at the time, oh God, that's a funny uniform. Because she wasn't dressed in like the trousers and tunics like the other nurses, the other midwives wear. And her uniform was an older one, you know, like with the starched white cap. And I thought, oh, she's an agency nurse, you know. Just never thought anything of it, to be honest. Anyway, I settled down, went to sleep, and that was it. I slept right through. And next morning, the nurses were telling me at the station that night, the alarm, the buzzer went, and now they were in the nursing station, and the baby was in the nursery next to it. Yeah. And the buzzer alarm went, and they thought it was me pressing the alarm, because I was the only mum at that time on the ward, by the way. And they thought it was me, and they come out, and there was no one there. But I was fast asleep in the bed, and it had said, like, you know, the baby seat of the baby, and there was our Tom, like me, the baby that I just had, and he was really distressed. He was in shock. His body temperature had dropped dangerously low, etc., etc., and they had to sort of do this stuff on him then. Yeah, but if that hadn't have happened, our Tom would not be here now.
Right. So it was more like an angel, wasn't it? Really?
Well, they said to me, you know, they said we thought it was you pressing the emergency thing, but we checked you were fast asleep in bed. And I said, who was the nurse? I said that I saw earlier on. I said she was telling me off for not being in bed. And she said, I don't know, what did she look like? I said, I thought it was an agency nurse. She said, we haven't got any agency nurses on. So, and I described this nurse, and they laughed. And I said, what? She said, you've seen the ghost. Aww. And it's an old, it was an old midwife,
right.
Like a matron. And she walks up and down the corridors. That was in the old maternity hospital, the old women's.
Oh, I can't remember the name. Is it Mill Lane? Mill.
I don't know. It was just called the old the women's hospital
in Liverpool. Yeah.
In Liverpool. Yeah.
And was that like a common thing to happen at that time?
happen now and again, and the nurses knew of, you know, the story of the old midwife in the corridors, yeah.
And
I'd actually spoke to her.
And I mean, so other people must have had the same experience.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and for the nurses, you know, the midwives to say, "Oh, you've seen the old."
Yeah, the old midwife. Yeah.
The old matron when she walks up and down the corridors, checking everything.
And how did you feel?
Well, I went a bit. I thought, shit. Well, I thought, oops. I thought, I must have seen a ghost. Because it was just before I started doing all this, you see. And I thought, well, I've seen a ghost, you know. And it sort of didn't, made me feel a bit, ooh. But at the same time, I thought, well, thank God she was there.
Yeah. Because obviously it saved the life of your child.
Yeah, but she didn't even look like a ghost, I'm being honest with you. You know when you visualise a ghost? She was as clear and she was like a solid object.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, to me that's more of an angel than a
yeah. But now
ghost.
When I think on and doing what I do now, I think, well, why did she not come into the room? She didn't come any further than the door.
Oh, right.
It just seemed odd. She didn't come into the room. She stayed in the doorway.
And you still don't understand why, no?
No, because, well, we shut the hospital down just after that, didn't they? So, for the new women's hospital.
Ah, right, yeah. So it was Mill Lane, or Myrtle Street. Myrtle Street, not Mill Lane, Myrtle Street.
Yeah.
That's what it was, yeah. And
so there was...
Yeah, sorry, Liz.
No, I was saying, so that was that one.
Yeah, and I mean, I know that you're a medium, or is it a medium you called, or is it a spiritual?
Yeah, psychic medium. I'm not spiritual.
Yeah.
No.
And other experiences, what other ones have you had? I know you've had a few with us when we've been out on investigations with us. But I mean, I know that down where you live, Hale Way, I mean, you've had experiences around that area, haven't you?
Yeah. I was in the pub opposite the Wellington. That's haunted. And you know, I have voice recordings, like at noises and knockings, and I can't find it, but I know I've got it somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
Of when I did my own little invest in there one time.
Yeah.
And the men's toilets upstairs, they were actually knocking on the pipe to answer yes or no.
And
when I was asking them questions.
And it was quite significant. Could everybody hear it, could they?
Yeah. There was 2 people with me.
Right.
So, yeah, everybody heard it. And then we got this, because that's why I'm annoyed, because I can't find it. We got a growl, and it come on the voice recording, not as loud as what we heard it, but it was on the recording on the left.
Yeah.
We got that. And when I was doing the readings there, I was sat, and there was a big, being Valentine's Day, and there was a big display of balloons, helium balloons that shaped in a heart. It was on a big metal stand on stage, and I'm talking away to this woman, doing a reading, and this balloon come away. Well, it was a couple come off, and they floated up, and this one particular, now the string or the ribbon on the end of it stayed perfectly straight, and it come down, say, you know, a bit lower, you know, and it just moved in a straight line all the way around the room, never went up and down, bobbing round, nothing like that, because if it was helium, it would go straight to the ceiling anyway, and it come all the way around. Now there's a little girl that haunts that function room, and the balloon come all the way around and stopped in the middle of me and this woman, and I went, oh, thanks very much, and then the balloon just went up in the air.
Oh God.
Wow.
Yeah. That was a nice one.
It's a shame nobody filmed her, isn't it?
Yeah, that would have been absolutely brilliant to film now.
But you tend to find that when things do happen, we've either missed them on camera somewhere or another, or even on audio.
Yeah. most definitely.
It's usually Sod's Law. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know in the Hale area there's the road, isn't it, what goes into Spee? And there's supposed to be something there as well. Have you ever experienced that at all?
No, I haven't personally. You talking the Hale Road or Ramsbrook Lane?
Is it the Hale Road, what goes through where all the beautiful cottages are?
Yeah, where all the thatched houses are. Yes, there is there as well. But it's the grey lady that's been seen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She waltzes round the park, through to Withens Way, and by the church there she has a bit of a wander around, this grey lady. I personally have not seen her, but I know it's true only because my youngest son, who doesn't normally believe in things like that, when he was around 14, come flying in with 3 or 4 of his mates, absolutely hysterical, all of them, because this grey lady had been coming after them.
Oh, you actually chased them?
Yeah, she was. He said, and her feet weren't even there, she was floating off the floor. And I said, well, what did she look like? He said, she had a cushion on her bum, he said. And it was like the old-fashioned dresses. You know, where they had the bustle on the back. Yeah. Yeah, he said, she had a cushion on her bum. He said, yeah, he described it, but they run. I had to take all the kids home, all the lads home, all 14-year-olds, they were terrified.
Yeah. And I mean, you've been to a lot of locations, haven't you? I mean, the same with us. What location have you really enjoyed and that you got a lot out of?
Well, the barracks, I'm being honest with you. That's the Stewart, when we used to go there, because I've been there a few times now. And the one we can't talk about, I thought that was brilliant.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The one where we had the windows banged and the baby's chair went flying up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Yeah, definitely.
I know we can't name. Yeah.
On that one, that night, if you remember right, I had trouble. I couldn't breathe, and I thought I was on fire.
Yeah,
That's
you went
right,
really hot, didn't you? You were stripping off, weren't you, your clothes, because you were too hot?
Yeah, and I managed to crawl, and I was crawling outside. I was thinking, oh my God, I'm on fire. And it was like November time, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. It's freezing.
I took my boots off. I was in my bare feet. And I took my jumper off. I was still in my t-shirt. I was thinking, oh man. And then somebody came, they went, oh, you're bright red. And I was bright red.
Yeah.
For being on fire.
Yeah, that was. Jane was there. And it was a really. we wanted to go back, didn't we?
Yeah, I had a weird experience there as well.
Yeah, what was yours?
Your eyes went, didn't they?
Yeah, my eyes sort of swelled up. I had a bit of a reaction. I don't know what caused it. And then there's something to do with candy floss. I had candy floss.
In your hair?
In my hair.
That's right, what's it in your hair? I was sat next to you.
Yeah, it was really strange. But it was in like the sweet shop area, wasn't it?
That's right,
and there was known to be poltergeist activity in that area, wasn't there? There was things that got moved around in that. Yeah. So, so someone was playing tricks on us that night. Definitely. Something was very playful, especially when like the high chair went. We all saw that. It was about 6 of us saw that.
I missed it.
Yeah, except
because I was at the back talking away to someone, and but I heard the bang.
I saw it. Quite a few of us. Yeah.
Tell you what, that made us all jump.
Yeah. We left quite quickly after that.
Yeah, we did.
It was like something was wanting us to either go, or it was just trying to show us one last thing before we went. Yeah, it was a very good place, that.
Well, what we'll have to do is we'll have to do a round the table with and talk about that area. And also the prison we done as well that time. And remember the prison, Liz?
Oh, yes.
I guess you do then. Yeah. Because you picked up on a lot there, didn't you?
In that one where we can't say where it is one.
Yeah. It's annoying, isn't it? There's the two locations we really enjoyed we can't mention.
I know. Yeah, that was it. Was because I've forgotten her flipping name now. The woman that killed their husbands and that for insurance money with
was it the Black Widows? There were 2 sisters, wasn't there?
2 sisters, yes, that's right.
Yeah. They poisoned the husbands or something, didn't they?
Yeah, they used flypaper because there was arsenic in on the old-fashioned flypapers, what they used to dangle. Yeah, and she used to soak them in the water and kill her husbands off that way. But it was her that come through, the narky woman.
Yeah.
Who didn't want us there. The one, she was like having a good almo.
Because that was in the condemned man's cell, that area, wasn't it?
Yeah. I felt really uncomfortable when she was about.
Well, them 2 locations we'll have to talk about, because one of them we did go back again to, didn't we?
Yeah.
We went to it twice in the end.
Yeah, I've been there.
What are the locations? I mean, obviously, like I said before, you've been to a lot. What of the locations really scared you?
It was down in the cellar.
At Mill Street?
In Mill Street, yeah. And Jane was there, and I have never had my blood go cold as much as it did that night. It was a Halloween night. I remember, yeah. And for some reason, and I don't know why, because when people used to go down, we just used to sit where you were comfortable, you know? And for some reason, I wanted everybody in a circle that night. And we were all sat in a circle. Jane, you were one side, weren't you, on my right, I think? Yeah. And Debbie, I can say her name, can't I? Yeah. Yeah. She was on my left, and then Bill after that. And they were opening the circle and doing all the bits and the bobs. And I remember Debbie was terrified, so I made her stay right at my side, and I kept saying to her, "You're all right, Debbie, you're all right, Debbie." And she'd say, yeah, you know. And anyway, just a particular time I said, "Are you all right, Debbie?" And her head came round, and I thought, "Oh God, that's not her head. Oh my God, that's not her face." No. And it was horrible. It was. I saw it. We both saw it at the same time. Get out.
Oh, you saw it as well?
Yeah, I saw it, because when I described it to Liz, you said that's what you saw. Yeah. It was her face, wasn't it? It changed. Yeah, it wasn't her totally face. Oh, it was awful. It was horrible. It wasn't her face. It was like another face on her face, if you know what I mean.
And did it make you nervous, Liz, or?
Nervous. I told everyone to get out. We all could. I said, get upstairs quick.
Yeah, you'd only have to say that to me once, Liz. I'd have been out.
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't nice. Even now when I think about it, the face was horrible. It was very white, wasn't it? And very white face, and the eyes were black. Face, yeah. And something out of a horror movie. Horrible hair. It was horrible. Very strange. But it was the way the head turned and it went right into my face, you know. I thought, oh my God. Yeah, so it did me blood run cold. That wasn't good.
No.
To get out.
I mean, you've been to people's houses. I mean, I know that you do house clearances and things like that. Have you ever had a house clearance? I know we all went to one once.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I mean, I only went the once, you went twice. But have you ever been to one where you think this is going to be a tough night? Yeah, but it turned out it was lovely in the end. I asked for a tough night, Liz. It was... I went to clear this house. The woman was terrified because it was affecting her young daughter, who was only young at the time. And she said it smelled and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I goes in, me and another woman. Yeah. Because I always have someone watching me back. And I was walking around and I kept thinking, I can't pick up anything evil about this man. He might smell, but... You know, and I'm thinking, how do I know it's a man? I start questioning myself. And then all I kept picking up was a blue box. This blue box kept getting thrown at me all the time. And wooden toys. So, at the time, this woman was having an extension built on the side of her house. So she had all builders outside. So, we were up in the bedroom and everything. And I said... Anyway, in my mind, I could see a map. Yeah. But it was an old map. And I said, this house is on land that belonged to a farm. And she went, yeah, it does. And she actually brought out the old map then. Yeah. She had an old map, copy of it. And I said, no.
I said, this is a farm, and who's in your house, you know? I said, now, all I'm getting, he had loads of daughters and no son.
Yeah.
And then I started getting really choked up. And what had happened, this is the story, his wife actually did have a little boy in the end. And he was made up because he had a son, hence the wooden toys that were being shown to me. You know, they were like boys' toys.
Yeah.
And the baby died. And he put him in a blue box that he made himself. And it was buried in that ground around where she lived.
Oh, all right.
And it went, the smell went and everything. So anyway, I started clearing the rooms and sealing them off and blessing them and whatnot. Come downstairs, we ended up, you know, I've done the downstairs room, we ended up in the conservatory because you have to have a doorway to let the spirit go, like. And the door was closed on the conservatory, and we were all stood there. Anyway, I said the prayer, and, you know, I'm calling him forward. I said, come forward, come forward. I said, do you want to go to your boy? And with that, oh, God, even now the builders were all outside laughing, looking through the window, laughing as they do. And the handle went down on the patio door, and the door just opened. And off he went.
And I bet you the fellas all disappeared.
Yeah, and she never had any trouble after that at all.
So
That's all he wanted was to go to his son.
So did you? Oh, that's a weird sound, isn't it? Did you
So what that was?
Strange laugh.
Don't look at me. It wasn't
Sorry, Liz.
me.
When you told us that story, then we just had a weird sound go through all our headphones.
Oh.
Yeah. So did you actually do a clearance then that night? Did you send him to like a light?
Yeah, send him to the light. He wanted to be joined. He wanted to be with his son. So off he went.
How long does it take to do a clearance, or does it vary?
Well, sometimes it varies a lot. Sometimes you can be there forever, you know, because you're fighting it.
Yeah.
As one did, and it was quite local actually.
Can you tell?
It was horrible. We were there trying to get rid. It was supposed to have been a woman. Well, it was a woman, but it was the attachments with it, and it was vile.
Yeah.
And the house we were in, the carpets were so thick and deep, you know, in the piles.
Yeah.
So obviously you got no shoes on, and you could see your footprints, you know, because your feet sunk into the carpet. It was gorgeous, and you just knew, you could hear a shuffling behind us. And I was saying, like, come into the circle, trying to push it in, and it was horrible. You could feel the cold on your back. And as I turned around and looked, you could see lines, marks, shuffling marks, where she'd gone through the carpet.
Oh, so
been walking across the carpet.
It's like sometimes when we use flour, isn't it? And you see the footprints in it, whereas
that's right. Yeah.
the carpet, because it was so thick, you could see where where the spirit had been.
Yeah. Well, there was things going off in the house as I was trying to get rid of her. Like the salt and pepper things got thrown across the kitchen. You know, things like that. Doors were banging, blah 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 blah. Anyway, finished it, but I knew it wasn't the end. And these people moved after that.
Yeah.
And they moved miles and miles and miles away. I won't say where, but
no.
we moved a lot of miles. And I get a phone call. The same thing had started again.
So it followed them?
It had followed them. And it was a relative of theirs, to be honest. But not a nice relative. And there was dark attachments because they dabbled in dark arts, you know, weed, God knows what. Oh, what was that?
It's all right, it was me, sorry.
Okay, it's all right. And I went in there, and I was in this big, massive toy room she had.
Yeah.
I was just walking around, different toys were going off, and lights were flickering, and God knows what. And there was just this one toy, I just couldn't, oh no, I don't like it. And it was a monkey. And I said, who got that monkey? Who got the little girl, the monkey? And she said, oh, I don't know. She said, from, you know, when she was first born. She said, don't you like it? I said, no. I said, can you take it out? So she said, yeah, sure. So she threw it out into like this cobblestone yard thing that she has on the side.
Yeah.
And she said, what do we do with it? I said, burn it. I said, is it all right? You know, you're not going to... So she said, no, burn it by all means. Now, it wasn't doused in petrol. It was a tiny little drop, but just enough for it to catch light. And we lit it. And burning away. Next minute, it exploded.
All right.
Now, this is just it wasn't a talking monkey or anything like that. There was no mechanism, mechanics inside it or nothing. It was just a stuffed, soft toy. Yeah, and it exploded.
God.
That's quite powerful, then. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought, wow. Yeah, so it left the house and did all my blessings again and the salt and God knows what. It went after that. But reappeared again when she moved, because she never went back to the house. She moved again. But we did get rid of it on the third go.
So it must have been a pretty strong spirit for Tina to be on the third.
Very strong, because she was with another family relative. There was two of them in the end. That's why it was so hard. Only one was showing, when in actual fact there was two.
So it must have been attached.
Yeah, that's what she has, an attachment. And they were following them. So anyway, on the third go, because she moved again then, the woman.
Yeah.
And oh my God, it pipes, everything was rattling in the house when it was going. It was like a thunderstorm going off inside the house.
Oh.
But yeah, we got rid of it.
And Liz, before we're not far off finishing now the interview. I've got two more questions for you. One of them is, where's the most scariest place you've ever been to?
That place we can't talk about.
Ah, right, okay then. A place that you'd really love to go back, or a place that you've never been to and you'd love to do.
That big singing island, that castle.
Oh, there's loads of castles in Ireland.
No, that one with the horrible thing in it. What's it called?
I've not a clue, but that's narrowed it down, Liz.
Liz, is it the castle where they've got like an elemental or something?
That's the one.
Yeah. I know, I can't think of which castle it is, but I know the one you're talking about.
Listen to Jane, eh?
I do know the one you're talking about.
Right,
yeah.
no, I don't know that one.
Yeah, I'd love to go there too.
Yeah, that one. I'd love to go there.
Yeah.
I really would.
I'm not seeing that one. I'll have to have a look for that one.
Yeah, we'll have to research that one,
definitely.
find out where it is again.
It'd be nice to go somewhere like that.
Most Haunted went there, didn't they?
Yes, I think that's why I remember it.
I've got it now. I've got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That one.
I don't know the name of it, but I know which one you're talking about now.
I've always wanted to go there.
Well, you never say never.
That's what I say. Never say never.
Yeah, if this COVID disappears, we could all be planning our flights.
Oh gosh, yeah. I'd love to go.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, we've done a lot of places, Liz. I mean, we were talking earlier on, just before we finish, is going to Ancient Ramin next year.
Yes. I'd go there. That's another good one.
I've been there a few times.
I've never been.
It is good.
Because you can't have many people go in at once, can you? Because it's quite small. So I think it'd be good for our little small group, because our group's small.
Yeah,
it'd be great to go there.
Oh, we definitely
go there.
Oh yeah, because that's one place I'd like to go to again. Abroad is Alcatraz.
Oh yeah, that's another one. That'd be fantastic. That one.
Yeah. Imagine.
Or that one in it's the one with all the bodies in the walls.
Is that in Italy?
Yeah,
Italy.
With all the skulls.
Sardinia or Corsica or something. Was it one of the Italian islands?
Yeah, it's the one with all the skulls, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the little girl still there in the coffin, isn't she?
Yeah. That's I can't remember. Is it Rosemary or Rose or something like that? I can't remember the name.
Yeah, Rosemary or something. The little girl's name. Something like that.
Well, Liz.
I'm useless with names. You say I just forget them.
Yeah, so am I, Donna. Well, Liz, it's that time that we've got to say goodbye to you, but say to thank you very much for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
It's like a little mini reunion with me, Jane, you and Jonathan.
I know, isn't that lovely?
And Bill trying to ring before when you was going beep beep. That was Bill trying to ring to get in on
was
it. Yeah. Yeah, Liz, thanks for giving us your time tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. You know that. Enjoy tonight, you two.
Yes, we will. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you.
Take care. Speak to you soon, Liz.
All right, we'll see you soon, Liz. Thanks very much.
All right. Bye, love.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was Liz Waugh and Jonathan. We all know Liz Waugh. My word, can't she talk?
She can.
But you know what? That was really interesting. But then, and she was talking, wasn't she, about that she was going to go and do a cleansing for someone.
Yeah.
And she's actually done the cleansing.
She has.
You went along with her.
I certainly did.
And you, I mean, in your own words, you said it was really good.
Yeah, it was really good, really interesting.
And you've recorded it.
Yeah.
And we're going to get Liz on again.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll play the recording when we get the chance. We'll get Liz on to talk about it, and you can tell us your version of it as well. So that's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, no, it's really, really good.
I've never been to a cleanse, and I remember. Oh God, I can't remember. It must be 6 years ago now.
Yeah.
And you all went to a cleanse, and you know which one you're talking about. So I refuse to go back.
Right,
I will never go back there again.
It was over 2 nights, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We all went the first night.
Well, you did.
Some of us.
Yeah, I went the first night, and I just thought this is not for me.
Yeah.
And did you regret going back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Say no more, Jamie. No, say no more. It was horrendous, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I refused to go back, and he was saying to me, "Oh, come back," and I was going, "Not a cat and mouse chance was I going back there, because it was just."
I know, actually.
In my view, it's a lot of.
I actually seen that the other week.
Yeah, but the one you went to with Liz was quite good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was really good.
Did you say you saw it the other week?
Yeah, the one we done a few years back. Yeah.
I've only ever seen it once.
Have you?
Yeah, I've not seen it since, but I would like to see it again.
Once was too much.
I'd like to see it again though, but have you got it on record or something?
It was on one of the iPlayers.
Oh right, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't use iPlayer, so that's me finished.
Yeah.
Anyway, I suppose in a way it's a blessing, isn't it?
It is.
Oh dear. So let's talk a little bit. I mean, we always talk about the YouTube channel and things what are going on there. We're not going to make a change. We're going to talk about it again tonight.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, I was watching one called Dark Arts.
Oh yeah.
Carl. That's right, Carl.
Yeah.
And his friend, and he went to this house. And when you first start watching, you're thinking it's lashing down with rain. Like, what are you doing a ghost hunt in the lashing down rain outside? And I thought it was going to be outside. And he went outside the side of the house, and he started to explain things and that. And then the fella had his rucksack on, and him and Carl went in,
Yeah.
And it was like a house full of junk, literally full of junk.
Yeah.
But it was a derelict house.
Yeah, one of these abandoned ones.
Yeah. I think it was still owned by someone. I think they got permission to go in that. And but it just looked like a hoarder.
Right. Okay.
And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. There was just stuff here, there, and everywhere. When they were in there, they were getting some unusual sounds, and they found like a bone.
Oh right. Okay.
In the wall.
Yeah.
I thought this is interesting, and I mean I like Dark Arts anyway. I mean he's connected to Dark Territory as well.
Yeah.
And I was watching it, and they were getting like growling noises.
Okay.
And all of a sudden a picture fell off a wall. They were in another room. They heard the bang.
Yeah.
And when they came back out, the picture was on the floor.
Okay.
So the lad who was with him, sorry, I don't know his name. He had the same picture, identical picture.
Oh, yeah.
But the one on the wall obviously was brown and dirty and that. Yeah. And his one was a smaller version, but it was identical in every way.
Oh,
so he brought his along. But the one what was on the wall fell off. And what happened is they found a CD on the back of it.
Yeah.
And on the CD, they thought, oh, we'll peel the CD off. They took the CD off, and in the car, yours isn't as posh as this, Lee, your car. I know you've got you've got like a bit of a custom car. We know that, you know. And but you haven't got a CD player in yours, have you?
I certainly have.
Have you got a video playing in it?
No.
No, well, this one a DVD. It's not video anymore, isn't it? Hey, well, we're all three of us are old enough to know what a video player is, but a DVD player.
Some of us.
Yeah. But he had this DVD. Take no notice of John. He's not here. Okay. He's not here now. I'll turn his mic down. Just talk, Jonathan, while I turn your mic down. There you go. Oh, that's better, isn't it? Yeah, he had this DVD player in the car, and he put the DVD in.
Yeah.
And at first it didn't work, and he got it out again because it was wet, and then he put it back in again. And it was one of the weirdest videos. I mean, you got to watch it. Just go to Dark Arts.
Yeah.
You know Dark Arts, anyway, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Go on Dark Arts, and there's quite a few videos there. It's the most up to date one. And he put the video in, and it was creepy.
Wow.
It was really, really creepy. Some of the messages were on there. The video of the person on there was really strange, you know. And anyway, they got a bit freaked out over it, and while they were watching it, the window misted up in the car quickly. They had the noise outside the car, and so what they done, where I wouldn't have, I'd have just turned the car engine on and gone. You know, give Carl his due and his mate. They both got out and they went back into the building, and they put the CD back on the back of the picture, put the picture back on the wall. And then things started to really happen in the building, noises, and then the chair moved right next to them.
Oh, right, okay.
Wow.
Well, they were a bit slower than me getting out. I wouldn't have gone out the door. I'd have gone out the window, but they you know,
or through the wall.
Yeah, but they got out of there quickly, and I think I don't know whether they'd go back or not. I don't know, but it's a must watch.
Yeah.
It really is a really good watch. And I like things like that, you know, when you see things like that.
Yeah.
And you start thinking, did you put the tape there? Did you do this? Did you do that? But I don't think they're not the kind of person. I mean, I've met them, you know, I've met them.
They just don't seem the type of people, Jamie.
No. And you could see they were scared. Because, I mean, the way they went out that house was creepy. And I know people will watch it and they'll, you know, like everything else, we all look for the logics in it, and it will be pulled apart if people watch it. But it's brilliant.
See, I've seen another YouTube video with Carl in.
Yeah.
On another channel that he goes on now and again.
Yeah.
And it was I think it was an old hospital or an old school.
Right.
And I think it was a school actually, because they were in like a sports hall. Bit of it. It was abandoned.
Yeah.
And they were in this hall, and a piece of glass fell from nowhere onto the floor, and one of the lads actually got pushed to the floor. Really? This was in the middle of the hall, so I'd have to find out. I'll try and find the link for you for that one.
Oh yeah. Well, that happened to the Paranormies, didn't it? The glass dropped off out of the window.
But this was like from like the ceiling.
Really?
Yeah. It was just out of nowhere. Very, very strange. And nothing around them to suggest that anyone had done it. You couldn't explain it at all.
And me and you, Lee, we started watching one. Oh, it was months ago, mustn't it? It must be 6 or 7 months ago now. Yeah. And I think it was called the Paranormal File or something like that. I can't remember exactly the name of it. We only watched about 15 minutes of it, didn't we? We were just sitting there watching it, and it was brilliant. It was just one fella on his own in his house, and he was just talking as if it was nothing, wasn't it? And the drawer would open, and he'd go over and say, "Shut the drawer," and he was doing things like that, and it was genuinely really good, wasn't it? You know, it was his own house. And we started watching it, and for some reason, Mother, we stopped watching it, didn't we? I think we were doing other stuff, so we had to turn it off. We said, we've got to watch the end of that, but we could never find it again. We couldn't find it again. And about a week ago, I was flicking through the channels and trying to see what was on and everything else, and I found it, So the first thing I've done is I messaged Lee and go, I found it. What was that?
Yeah. We can finish it.
Yeah. And I found it. So I messaged you straight away and said, I've got it, you know. And I watched about 2 minutes of it just to make sure it was that.
Yeah.
And a little bit later on, what he does, Lee, is he invites a paranormal team in.
All right.
I think it's 3 or 4 of them coming in.
Yeah.
So I stopped it from there because I thought we've got to watch that from,
Definitely.
you know, we've got to watch it from the beginning really because I can only remember parts of it.
Yeah.
So it's quite good. Have you been watching any paranormal stuff on the YouTube?
I haven't, not really. I've not had time.
There he goes again.
Yeah, no.
There he goes again.
No, I haven't really watched much recently. No new stuff anyway.
Yeah. Why is he here? He's supposed to be a paranormal investigator.
I know. So this program, Jamie.
Yeah.
Was the man an actual paranormal investigator, or
No.
was he just?
No.
So he was
just an ordinary man.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
Just an ordinary fella in his house, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And it was what's the name? You know, he was just talking as if he was, you know, it didn't bother him.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And I said to Lee, that was us. We're the paranormal investigators. We'd have been down them stairs out a for sale sign on the house.
Be a bit like Marie then.
Yeah. Well, Marie's just asleep. Yeah.
No fear. No fear.
She hasn't.
No.
We say this quite often on the show.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Me and you, us three, we're like the Three Stooges, aren't we? You know, we'd have been gone.
Yeah.
Where Marie would have gone in there and said, "I'll sort it out."
Yeah.
I mean, that Dark Arts one, Marie would have gone in there and cleaned the house as well. You know, because that's what she'd like. Look at the mess he's left, you know. And all these things would be going on around, and she'd be saying, "Just leave me alone. I've got to tidy this room up." You know, she'd tell them off, wouldn't she, to leaving a mess.
Yeah.
And so, have you watched any paranormal stuff, Lee?
No.
No.
None. Like I said, none recently.
Is he in the group?
I don't know, Jamie. Anyway, Jamie. I see Dark Arts went to the Ancient Ramin last week as well.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
I've not watched it yet. It's on my list.
What's name went there? Dark Territory.
Yeah,
They went.
He's been with.
That was really good. Have you seen it?
No, I've not seen it.
No.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
You either have or you haven't.
No. Quite a few.
You've got him who's never done nothing.
There's quite a few people being going to this Ancient Ramin.
Hold on a minute. You've got Lee who's done nothing, right?
Yeah.
And you've got you who doesn't know whether you've done it or you haven't done it, or you watched it or you haven't watched it. So you know, am I the only one here?
I've watched another group go there.
Right, well, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm frightened to ask Lee another question.
I know.
Lee?
Yes.
I don't know whether to ask you this question or not. I don't know what to say to you. Yeah, so, I mean, you do watch paranormal stuff on YouTube. What kind of stuff have you watched?
I've just finished watching the one with Dakota Layton. Is it Layton?
Who?
It's American one.
Yeah.
I can't think of his last name.
And it's on YouTube?
Yeah.
So
it's on YouTube and it's been on TV as well.
Right. Oh, any good?
It's not bad. Yeah.
Are you going to tell us anything about it, or did you fall asleep?
No, I did watch it. It was good. Yeah.
So what was it about?
There's 3 of them. There's brother and sister and the best friend, and they have a cameraman with them, and they go out to different locations, but they don't know. Like the 3 of them don't know where they're going.
Right.
And it's only one in the group that knows where they're going.
Yeah.
And then they just pick it out of a hat next time. Somebody else will pick who's going where and whatever. And they get to go like hospitals, asylums, hotels, stuff like that.
Right, so they could be going anywhere.
Yeah. And they all pick like a name out of a hat who's staying in what part of the building, and they have to stay there all night.
Do you know what? My name would not be in the hat.
No.
I'd just put. Do you know what I'd do? I'd write one of the other people's names on the hat.
Yeah.
I'd just put their name on the piece of paper and put it in and say nothing.
Yeah.
Same name.
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
Yeah. He used to be a cameraman for Zach Bagans.
Oh, right. I know what you want.
I know his name's Decoder, but I can't think of his last name.
I know who you're talking about now.
Decoder. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about now. I've not watched it.
He's only a young lad.
I've flicked past it, but I've not watched it yet.
Yeah.
But no way would I put my name in that. I'd put yours in.
That's the reason.
I'd put yours in. At least you can come onto the radio and you can talk about something then.
Definitely.
I'm just giving you some stick.
No, I know.
I'm giving you some stick because you cheated. You did not wear the blindfold. I only found that out, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. I only found out yesterday.
Nothing down for you now, Lee.
I know. I will get him back. I will make him go back down here with a blindfold on.
That's right.
And I will put a camera there so I can watch.
Yeah.
So, that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Me and Millie have been watching a few paranormal stuff, and there are some good ones out there. In fact, you don't even need to watch television now, do you?
You don't. It's, you could live on YouTube, Netflix.
Oh yeah, but we did watch one. I mean, we've actually started watching. I don't know why, to be honest with you. It's a group over in America.
Right.
Not a clue who they are. I can't remember the name or anything like that. You'll probably remember it if you watch it. That is right. They go on the ghost hunts. They do the investigations, everything, and then they make traps to capture the ghosts.
Oh,
They actually build contraptions.
Tennessee Ghost Chasers.
Is that what it's called?
Is that them?
Yeah.
It could be them, Lee. Yeah.
I mean, I like them.
Oh, I know. Ghost Asylum.
Ghost Asylum, that's it.
That's the one, yeah.
I mean, I like the program.
Yeah.
I like the way they do it, and I like the way they go about everything else, but I can't get my head around the machines.
Yeah.
I'd love to interview them and not make mockery of them. I wouldn't do that. You've got to respect everyone.
Yeah.
And I'd love to know how they come up with these ideas and how they use the scientific ways to do this and capture the ghosts.
Yeah.
They've actually stated that they're the only group ever to capture a ghost.
Right. Okay.
So I'd like to talk to them in a serious way.
Yeah.
And see how they do it and how they come around making these items and things like that.
Can they prove that they've actually captured it though?
Yeah, that things like that.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do it to disrespect them because
no, of course. No.
It's just a very interesting thing
it is,
I've never seen it before on the TV.
No.
I've never seen that before. But there was another one, Lee. I don't know whether you watched it or not. As two of them on their own they go in the ghost hunts. One spends one night in there on their own, and then the next night the other one spends the night in there. There's that many of them out there. I really can't remember the name. I mean, this was an off-the-cuff thing that we were talking about these now because of the conversation we're in.
You've got Nick and Katrina. They go off by themselves.
Yeah, Nick off and that. That's Paranormal Lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know that one very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know who you're on about.
I can't think of the name, but they were brilliant. They were superb.
Not Jack Osborne.
No, Jack Osborne. He's good as well. I actually like Jack Osborne. He's very good on his shows, isn't he, Lee?
Yeah,
I mean,
I like that.
Yeah, he's very serious. He doesn't take it as a a joke or anything like that. And he's done a couple with Katrina.
Yes. Yeah.
And they're really good as well.
Yeah.
I've watched them. There's so many out there to pick and choose from.
There is. They seem to be popping up everywhere now, Jamie.
Oh yeah,
seems to be a big thing.
It's good in one way.
It is,
but it's also flooding the channels.
It is. I don't know. I don't know whether it's down to the lockdown and people being bored or people having more time to do things.
Well, we've all got our phones now. We can go live.
That's right.
You know, you can go live on Facebook. You can go live on anything really.
Yeah. That's right.
And but in one way it's good because it's making a lot of filmmakers out there, and it's letting us see more.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You know, and
it's more evidence.
Yeah, of course it is, and you also learn a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of stuff we've learned from TV is great.
Yeah. Oh God.
You know, you're the same, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what I can't believe is you're building REM pods.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
And what made let's talk about that anyway quickly. Is what made you get into building REM pods?
I seen it on, like you say, I seen it on YouTube, and I thought it's not that hard to do. I thought give it a whirl,
So you can watch YouTube when you want to watch it, can you?
Yeah. And
he wasn't blindfolded then, was he?
No.
No. Yeah, it just shows you, doesn't it, Jonathan? Eh?
Yeah, he's done
so,
it.
yeah, sorry.
No, you're alright. Yeah, so seen a couple of videos about it, and then I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go.
And you done it?
I've done it, and make quite a few.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
You're going to make a couple for the Ghost Group, aren't you? I mean, obviously we're going to buy them. We're not going to pinch off you or nothing like that. But anyway, that's our little bit of a chat. And just to introduce this, Jonathan, we sent you out, didn't we, on a little mini ghost hunt, you and Jane.
Yeah.
And I stayed in a nice cosy studio, didn't I?
You did. Yeah, I remember.
So, yeah, where did you go?
We went into the freezing cold cellar.
Yeah, along with Jane Basnett.
Along with Jane, yeah.
And I recorded everything, didn't I?
You did.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to play that. This is the investigation Jonathan and Jane Basnett did at Mill Street Barracks in the cellar.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah, so we're just getting used to it at the minute. And I'll call out.
So our eyes are adjusting now.
Yeah. That's quite light in the hallway. I can see there.
Yeah.
The outside bit. So if anything goes past, we can see that quite well.
Yeah.
It just feels really black in this room, doesn't it?
It's better. I mean, I can only see you because of the red light on the mic.
Yeah.
That's it.
You've got a little light in front of you, haven't you? Is that the mic light?
Yeah.
So, if there's any spirits here now in this area, come and join us. Come and say hello. Let us know that you're here. If you can see us or hear us, can you make a sound? It's just me here tonight in the cellar with Jonathan. You know us really well, we're here all the time. We've not been for a while. Just come to say hello. Is anyone there now around us?
If you can just make a noise. Just give us a sign of where you are. And come with respect. Is there anybody in the hallway? Can you walk up and down?
Can we hear your footsteps?
Very quiet, isn't it?
It's very quiet, yeah. It's eerily quiet though.
It is. And although I know we've been down here for what, about 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Our eyes are adjusted now, but it's still very, very dark.
Yeah. Right, there was a noise then. Did you hear something?
Yeah, I heard like a little tap.
It's a little tap. We sat opposite each other, me and Jonathan, around, well, next to the table, and a little tap then was heard on the table. It was quite loud.
It was.
Was that you? Can you do that again? Is that you letting us know you're here? Can you tap again, please?
I'm freezing cold.
We don't mean you any harm. We've just come as friends to say hello.
Can you see anything by the door, Jane?
Which door? The one opposite us?
Yeah.
Can you see something?
It's like a mist. If you're by the door, to this room. Can you make a noise, please?
Is it to the left of the door?
To the right, so your side.
Okay. No, it just looks dark to me at the minute.
There's my chair.
Okay.
If there's anyone down here with us now, can you make a noise? Or can you whistle? Can you show yourself in light form? We've just come to talk to you. Find out why you're here.
Heard a noise outside then in
Yeah,
the
that was
hallway.
in the hallway, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If that was you, could you do it again, please? A bit louder.
We know you're outside there. Can you come closer?
We don't mean you any harm. We're here as friends.
Almost sounded like something like a stone, maybe.
Yeah.
That fallen, or maybe it was like, I don't know.
Can you make a sound?
Don't know about you, but I feel like there's something in the room with us, definitely. But it's sort of to my left, which is to your right. It's that area. I don't know. Can you feel anything?
I've not really been looking that way, to be honest.
I can't see anything. It's
Well,
just a feeling I get, but it's very black, and it might just be because it's so black. It feels just a little bit.
Move again. I thought I'd seen a little flash then. I'm just trying to move again, but it's not. I mean, it was like a white flash. I don't know whether you saw it.
No, was it in front of you?
Yeah, I saw it like in front. I was just trying to see if it was this, if it was the microphone or it's light anyway. Yeah.
It just feels like I don't want to look over there really, even though I can't see anything because it's so black.
I know. Are you in the room with us now? If you are, can you make a noise in the room?
Can you move one of our chairs that we're sat on? We just want to know that you're here. Should we try calling out for a name?
I keep getting like a
white flash. Is that you trying to connect with us? Showing us a light?
Can you show us a big bright light so we can both see?
It's very, I don't know, it's really, really quiet, but it just feels like there's somebody there or something's close to us.
Certainly don't feel alone.
Can you try moving the table or tapping again? Or maybe knock on the table. If I knock, can you copy me? Can you copy that? Can you knock again, like this? Is there a Claire? Are you here? Claire's one of our resident ghosts, if you like. Are you around, Claire? Or Jack? Anybody at all? Anyone? Please make a sound. Or are there any children here? Come and play if there's any children. Come and move around us.
Come on, don't be afraid. We don't mean you any harm. Just want to know that you're here.
Come and join us. We've got some spare seats here by us. Come and sit down. Quiet. It's gone very quiet now.
It has, hasn't it?
Could try moving to a different area if you like.
Yeah.
Should we try the out in the hallway?
Yeah.
That's where we've been seeing the sort of shadow figure. So we're just gonna move. Just pop the torch on. Where's the torch? That's it. Oh. Oh, that's bright.
Right,
we're just going to move into the hallway area because that's where we do sometimes see the shadow, what we call the shadow.
Yeah, that's the shadow
moves across sometimes. So turn the we're in the hallway now. We'll turn the light off. A little bit of a light coming in with the emergency lights. It's not pitch black in this area.
So she closed that door.
Yeah. You want to turn the torch off, Jonathan? So there's a little... oh, thought I heard something then. It must have been you, Jonathan.
Yeah,
Sounded like a little whistle. So this is the area where normally, 2 or 3 times, we've seen all at once at the same time, and at different times we've seen shadow move across. Last time I was here anyway, we all saw shadow move across the floor really fast.
Yeah.
Went right in front of us. We both sort of stood at the opposite side of the corridor at the minute. Do you want to pull out, Jonathan, for it?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so if there's anybody out in the hallway with us, would you like to step forward? Come and say hello. In any way which you can. Whether that be making a noise, you want to tap on something, or throw something to the end. Or can you show yourself in life form? Or if the person that shows themselves as shadow, if you'd like to come forward and just show us that you're here, I'd appreciate it very much. I'm getting them kind of sparkly lights up there.
Are you?
Jane.
Which side?
Up by the
That way.
firing range. And I know there's only 2 of us here tonight. And try and use some of our energies and show us what you can do.
Can you hear a little faint noise, but it might be coming from outside.
Yeah, could be.
Really, really quiet at the moment. Come on. Come and say hello again. We heard you outside in this area before. Can you please do something, anything that you can?
Well, can you make a noise? Just let us know whereabout you are.
Are there any soldiers here? Anyone that worked here? Can hear something like that. Can you hear something by the stairs?
Yeah.
Is that you on the stairs?
Are you watching us, wondering what we're doing?
Oh my god, it looks like a shadow on the stairs.
Come down and say hello. I don't mean you any harm.
I don't know if it's my eyes, but it really looks like a shadow on the stairs.
I heard.
And I can hear movement.
It's like, I don't know, I can't explain. It's like very faint tap.
Yeah. I don't know if it's my eyes, but it just... Come over this side, Jonathan, to see if you can see what I can see on the stairs.
Oh, right, okay, that was a quarter of the way up.
Yeah. It's almost like a black shadow of...
Yeah.
To me it looks
Did
like...
you hear them footsteps
Yeah,
or something?
yeah. To me it looks like someone stood there on the stairs.
And
I
footsteps
could hear
never
it again.
sounded outside.
Mm. Listen though, you can hear on the stairs. Can you hear that?
Yeah. Hello?
It's like someone's trying to be quiet. They're there but they're trying to be quiet, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're probably just as, you know, a bit like us, like thinking, who's that there?
Probably as curious
Yeah.
as what we are.
It does look like there's something there, doesn't it? Is it my eyes?
No, it does. Because the wall at the back is like white, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then there's a...
It's like quite big
Yeah.
shadow.
Do you want to come and say hello? We don't mean you any harm. We're just curious to know who you are. Can you tell us your name?
I've just had a name in my head then when you said that.
Oh, go on.
And it's not a name that we've had before, I don't think. Eric.
Oh,
But that's just what popped into my head. I'm not
Okay.
psychic or anything like that, but
that's what happens, though,
it
isn't
just
it?
popped into my head when you said, tell us your name. Yeah. Eric. Is there Eric here? If there's an Eric, can you make a sound? Okay. No. You can go back over there if you want. It does feel very creepy. I don't know if it's just because there's two of us in here. It almost feels like there's something up that end, and there's something up that end, and we're sort of in the middle.
I know.
Which is not nice feeling.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and give them a radio call and see what's happening down there. I know that you can hear it, but let's see how the feeling.
If you're in one of the rooms or you're on the stairs.
Hello.
Oh, Jamie. Oh, you made us jump. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, yeah. I know I'm listening, but how's it going?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just creepy. We're getting little bits. It's nothing big. It's just little tiny little sounds, but it did sound like somebody was on the stairs.
Yeah.
Right, well, you've been going now for about 20 minutes, so keep going. Okay. I'll leave you to it, okay?
Yeah, okay. We might move into a different area. I think that'd be good, wouldn't it, if we just try and go in different rooms, just to see if we get anything different. Do you want to stay here, Jonathan, or do you want to go into a different room? It's up to you.
It doesn't bother me.
Try You've just seen something?
Yeah.
Where?
I've just seen something under the stairs.
Okay.
And then I've just seen something go right past us.
Right. Was it on the floor like a shadow?
No, it wasn't on the floor.
Higher up.
It was higher.
What did it do? Just whiz past?
Yeah. It wasn't like last time.
No. What did you see under the stairs?
Just like a shadow, but right underneath.
Yeah. Where all the...
Literally under the bottom of the stairs, about halfway up. Okay.
We did have here, while I was here a while back with Roy, when we were doing some filming, he was at the bottom of the stairs, and you did hear, we all heard it, like a really loud sound of, it sounded like gravel or stones being sort of dragged. You couldn't miss it. It was that loud, and it was while we were just about to go up the stairs. We weren't even calling out or anything. So it's just strange that you can see something under the stairs, because that's where the sound came from last time.
When I say it, I mean literally right under where you're stepping down.
Yeah.
Right under.
That's where we had that sound a while back.
Right. Okay.
That little bit, which is weird.
It is, isn't it? Come on, if you're down here and you're trying to play tricks on us, if that's you on the stairs, make a noise on the stairs now, please. Just so we know that you're there.
The person that walked past us before, can you walk past again? Because I didn't see you. Sorry. Jonathan saw you. Can you come by again and walk close to us?
We're not here to harm you in any way. And we're just as interested in you as you are probably in us. So make yourself known.
It's funny, it seemed to happen when Jamie started talking to us just to see what was going on, and we were just sort of... When you're not concentrating on calling out, that's when things seem to happen here.
Yeah.
Especially down this area.
Yeah.
See, whatever's on the stairs I can't see now. Or can I? I don't know. It's just... not sure.
Come on, step out. Come and say hello.
We just want to hear from you, hear that you're around, want to learn about you, know why you're here. Are you trapped here? Do you just like it here? Do you have an attachment to this building? Did you work here? Did you lose your life here? Or were you brought here? Maybe you were brought here. This was the where all the bodies were laid out.
Is this where you were laid to rest?
Yeah.
And if you're in the firing range, come out of the room. Come and see us.
It's really cold here, but right behind me, for some reason, I've got this warm spot. I don't know whether it's just behind me here. Just my leg feels really warm, but the rest of me is freezing.
Do you know what, Jane? I was here with Jamie and Marie
Yeah.
a few weeks ago. Yeah, we were doing a few weeks ago. We were stood out here in the hallway.
Yeah.
I think I was stood about where you are. I think Jamie was next to me, Marie was on the other side.
Yeah.
And I did hear a noise then. I'll carry on talking anyway.
Yeah, carry on.
But my leg, bottom of my leg,
Yeah.
from my foot up to my knee, was burning.
Really?
Really, really burning.
Mm.
It was really weird. Like, you say that now?
Yeah, I didn't know that either because obviously I wasn't with you.
I've not seen you.
No. I wouldn't say it was burning what I'm feeling, but it's definitely a warm. It's like I'm stood in front of a heater, a fire.
And if I remember, I'm sure Jamie will remember. It was either himself or Marie that felt my leg.
Yeah.
And they could feel the heat.
God. Well, I didn't know that, so that's and it's strange that we're in the same spot.
Yeah.
Virtually in the same area.
Yeah.
That is weird, isn't it? Because it is freezing down here. There's no heat from anywhere.
No, it is really.
And I'm a cold person anyway. I don't really. I'm not hot-blooded or anything.
No.
I'm always freezing. I thought I saw something move on the stair again then, but it was at the corner of my eye, so I'm not sure.
Come and say hello. You can hear us talking. You interested in what we're saying?
Is someone putting warmth onto me? Are you trying to tell us something? I heard something. What was it?
No, that was a joke. I swore you moved then.
I didn't. I've not moved. Things are playing tricks on us now.
Right, okay.
Because it's light. It's not like you can't see anything, is it? Did you think?
There is a thing like from the emergency light, so you can't. But as I turn round, I thought you'd moved to the middle of the hallway.
No.
Okay.
I was looking behind you though, so I wasn't looking that way, so I didn't see anything.
Right. Is it you doing all these things? Making the noises?
thank you for everything you are doing. Really appreciate it.
So we're in the triad for a long time.
Yeah.
You tap once for now and twice for
Yeah, we haven't done that for a while. Let's try it on the table.
Yes, you have a go, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a table behind us. Is that a
Right.
table?
If there's...
Go on.
I've just seen the light on the stairs.
Have you? Like a flash?
Yeah.
You're seeing all the flashes tonight. I keep missing them.
Literally near the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah. That's where this... There seems to be a lot of activity right at the bottom of that stairs, doesn't there?
Mm. Did you see it go dark?
No?
Okay. I mean, my eyes are well adjusted, but it was like... It was like someone turning the lights off and turning them straight back on. Okay.
Right, well I'm looking the other way. I think we keep looking at different
I
directions.
know, yeah. It's
Right,
okay.
let's try the tapping on the table.
Right, okay. If there's somebody at the bottom of the stairs, can you tap once for yes and twice for no? Did you do it?
Yes. It wasn't a tap, but it was a noise. It was coming from the bottom of the stairs again.
It was? It wasn't a tap. It was like, I don't know, I'll explain it.
It's not the wires, is it? You know, because the wires are going all up the stairs. Is it like that sound? You know, when no, it's not doing it.
No, because
No,
there's
like
loads
someone's
of slack.
moving.
There's loads of slack on that wire.
No, but
Oh,
if
right, as
something's
if someone's moving it.
moving the wire.
Are you moving the wire that's on the stairs? You tap once for yes and twice for no. You playing games with us?
If you're a male, can you tap once? And if you're a female, please tap twice.
Can you?
I heard it at the bottom of the stairs again though when I asked to make the tap.
Like,
you can hear stuff that side.
yeah, I can definitely hear something that side. And it's like... It's I was trying to... I don't know. It's like that, but not as loud as that.
Yeah.
Like something rubbing. There it is again.
It's down that
It's
side.
down that end.
Which room is it coming from? The end room, the one that Jamie doesn't like, or is it coming from just the end of the corridor?
I don't know.
Do you want to move further down that way? I was scared.
Not really.
No. Oh, it does feel weird when there's just two of you, though.
It's and I'm very apprehensive now because we've got noises now.
Both ends.
At either end.
I might have to get Jamie to come down here.
I know.
Not that he's much use, but... Sorry, Jamie.
Well, if that was you making them noises, can you make the noises again, please? But make them a bit louder. We'd appreciate it. We just want to know that you're here.
Can you tell us how many is there of you? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
by tapping or knocking, can you tap the number of spirits that are here with us? If there's one of you, just one tap. If there's two, and so on. Or if you can't tap, just can you make a noise with your foot? Nothing. Quiet again.
Is there less than 5 of you here? You make a noise? Is there more than 5 of you here? You can tap just once, but there's more than 5.
I feel really funny in my stomach suddenly. No, that's a little bit scared actually. Don't know why.
Just waiting for something to happen.
Because I keep thinking there's something down that end and there's something down that end, and we're right in the middle.
It's not very nice.
No, it's. I don't think it's meant to be not nice. If you know, they're not trying to make us. We're asking out. We're obviously asking for things.
Yeah.
And I think they are. I think they're standing back.
Yeah.
They're not coming forward, but they're there because we can hear little noises constantly. I keep hearing things over there at the bottom of the stairs, but maybe they're not coming too forward because we're feeling nervous and they don't want to.
Maybe we're not afraid. If you want to step forward, then that's absolutely fine. We don't mean you any harm.
It feels really light now, and its eyes adjusting, but it's
well adjusted.
Feels really lighter suddenly, especially over by the stairs.
Come on, just step out into the hallway and just say hello. Just walk across. Let's hear your footsteps.
Can we hear your voice? Tell us your name. I know it's hard, but try and use all the energies that we've got here from me and Jonathan. Use our energies. Can we hear you whistle or whisper? Is there any children around?
Come on, what can you do to show us that you're here?
Feeling a little bit lightheaded. Oh, what was that? Do you hear that behind us?
I thought that was you.
No. I moved, but I didn't make that noise. That was like a click.
Yeah.
It's loud. I was just about to say, I'm feeling a bit lightheaded.
Are you behind us now? Can you make that noise again? Thank you.
That warmth feeling I've got, by the way, is completely gone now.
Is it gone now?
Yeah.
Come and join us.
Should we try going back in one of the rooms?
Yeah, can do. Yeah.
I don't know which one.
No, me neither.
I feel like we should go back in the middle room. Do you?
The middle room, yeah.
You never did go back in that middle room, did you?
Well, as a matter of fact, Jamie, Jane did.
Yeah.
But I never.
So Jane could still be down there.
Well, to hear some knocking tonight.
That was probably Jane then. Let me out. You'd hear Jane, don't you? Jamie.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, we'd ask Lee about it, but he doesn't know. He doesn't seem to know anything about the paranormal, does he?
No. Well, he could have had his blindfold. Oh no, he doesn't wear them, does he?
Not all the time.
What do you mean, not all the time? You just don't wear it.
No.
Yeah, I'd ask him where he did wear it, but then, it'd be a bit worrying then, wouldn't it?
It's a family show.
So, yeah, that was a good little invest you and Jane did down in the cellar.
It was, Jamie, yeah. We got a few little noises and things. And seeing shadows by the stairs, which is unusual.
But it seems to be quite common down there, the shadows, hasn't it?
It has. Over the last few months, the shadows and some of the taps and noises coming along with them as well. So, yeah, unusual.
And Lee, have you seen any shadows down in the cellar?
We had a few noises tonight. I couldn't explain them. A few clicks and creaks and that, but I didn't see any shadows. Yeah,
that should be good, because we're putting that the investigation we did tonight on next week, aren't we? So that should be good. Oh, is it next week we're putting it on, or the week after?
I think it was next week.
Do you know what? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think I'm still in shock of you not doing nothing. Lockdown doesn't mean lockdown. He deserves the stick.
He does.
Yeah.
I'll never ever forgive him for not wearing that blindfold. Even Jonathan was brave enough to go and well, then again, I don't know whether he took his blind off. I don't know, because I wasn't there. No.
Only when I got off my chair, Jamie.
Only when you got off your chair.
Yeah.
Ah, fair enough then. Yeah. So, Jonathan.
Yes.
Do you know what we haven't mentioned tonight?
I know exactly what you're going to say.
We haven't mentioned any of how they can contact us, how they can contact us and access paranormal.
Yeah, that's very true.
So I'm going to drop the bombshell, and I'm going to get you to do it all tonight, because you know what? It's your turn.
Cheers, Jamie.
No problem. So
thank you. Right, so if you've heard anything on any of our investigation, or you want to get in touch with any of your stories, and you can contact us on info.accessparanormal@gmail.com, or you can get us on our Twitter. It's hashtag accessparanorm1, or you can get us on our Facebook page, which is Access Paranormal Radio Podcast, and on the Facebook group, which is Access Paranormal Radio Podcast, and also Instagram, Access Paranormal Radio Podcast.
And I think you missed something out there, Jonathan. YouTube.
Yeah, we have. YouTube will be.
You don't. It's because you haven't done anything yet, isn't it?
It'll be up and running very soon.
I am working here tonight with 2 amateurs. So it'll be up soon anyway.
Yeah, it will be up and running soon.
Good.
Don't worry.
What year?
2020.
It is 2020.
It'll be done this year.
I'm talking about you're doing it.
It'll be done this year.
Yeah, okay. No, I believe him really. I'm just winding them up a little bit.
No.
And every single show we've done will gradually be put on there, and you'll be able to listen to the full shows. And there might be, we're going to be doing some little bit of a podcast every now and then, where it's not going to be on the radio. It's going to be like a little bit of a extra. The extra stuff. Yeah, that should be fun as well. And a couple of behind the scenes things that should be interesting as well.
That'll be even better.
Yeah, without the swearing.
Without the swearing.
Yeah, we've already done 2 interviews, and a few swear words have slipped into the vocabulary. I can't even say it yet.
A couple.
And we're almost near Christmas. You know. Yeah. How quick has that gone?
Did I hear a whisper that you've done a Christmas show?
We have. We're called Access Paranormal, and Jonathan's getting me back for what he's just done on there. We've done an Access Santa Claus, and that's coming up from the 20th of December. That'll be coming up on the radio.
Yeah.
on both Access Northwest Radio and also L35 Radio. I sat and I actually interviewed Santa Claus himself, and we got little kids' questions came in, so we put the questions to him on their behalf, and also we had some kids who actually recorded the questions for them, so they're going to be played. And it was brilliant.
Brilliant.
He was absolutely brilliant. I mean, he took some time out of his. It's a busy schedule, isn't it?
Yeah.
For Santa and that. So yeah, he's there. And if anybody really wants to meet Santa before Christmas, he is actually at Mill Street Barracks. So if you go on the Mill Street Barracks' Facebook page, and contact Debbie, she will be able to book you in to see Santa Claus. And it's all self-distancing. It's been done perfect. So all you have to do is go onto the Facebook page, contact Debbie, and then you can sort out a book, and it's only £2.50 to meet
really
Santa.
Good.
Yeah.
So highly recommend it as well. He was very interesting as well. He had a lot to say. I think your little grandson he asked the question as well, didn't
he did a recording.
Yeah. We can't say what it is though, because anybody out there who's listening, get your children to tune in. Let them.
Can't wait.
I know we do the paranormal and everything else, but you know what? Sometimes it's nice to have that change and to have the privilege of having Father Christmas sitting in the studio with me.
Yeah.
Having a bit of fun, and he tells some funny jokes as well. So tune in from the 20th of September. The 20th of September.
20th of December.
So tune in on the 20th of December.
Yeah.
And you will hear it. There's a poster out there. It'll have all the times on it and how you can link into it and everything else. So watch out for the poster. That'll be coming up soon as well. And that was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
Looking forward to that one, Jane.
Yeah. And that's called Access Santa Claus.
Access Santa Claus.
Yeah. Not a bad name, that, was it?
That's a good one, man.
Yeah. Took me ages to think of that.
I was just going to say, how long did it take?
About 30 seconds, if that.
I bet it would have took Lee about 30 days.
No, he had the blindfold off. He'd have been alright. He's too busy to think of things like that. He's even too busy for the paranormal, Jonathan.
Oh, man.
What can I say?
Not much, because you haven't got anything to say. You walked into that, Lee, didn't you?
I asked for that.
You did. But you're going to come back on, aren't you?
Of course, yeah.
You better.
I will.
Because we've got no one else to give stick to. I reckon he'll come back ready.
Yeah, I think he will.
And what'll happen is we'll come back and we'll start talking about the paranormal stuff, any ghost experience, and he'll wipe the floor with us.
I know what he's going to do.
What?
He's going to sit up every night for a week before he comes on, watching all these YouTube paranormal programs, and he'll come in here and fall asleep.
Like Marie.
Yeah.
As long as she keeps it warm for me.
That does not even sound right. But it's been a good night. I've really enjoyed it. We're not finished yet, mind you.
No.
I'm just saying it's been a really good night. I thought Liz was great.
Yeah.
That was really good. I thought your little mini investigation down in the cellar, where Jane still is.
Yeah. Oh, nice to see. Nice to see.
Yeah. So next time we do an investigation,
we won't see it again, though, because she's still in the middle room.
well, no, she went into the boiler room, and I've locked it tonight, didn't I? So if you hear any,
let me out.
That'll be Jane. Yeah. So yeah. Well, Roy paid us anyway to do that.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Well, if Liz was in there, she'd probably frighten them all out anyway. She'd be like that. Yes, stupid. We were talking earlier on as well. Do you remember the time Andy, who used to be here?
I know what you're going to say.
We'd done the paranormal investigation down in the cellar. Was you with us then, Lee?
I wasn't, no.
No. Are you ever with us, Lee? Oh, Lee, I'm so sorry. We'll give you some stick tonight, but you deserve it for not wearing the blindfold. And anyway, back to the story, because I like to go off on tangents, and I mean, it's good. Yeah. I don't like these where you're doing, one rule. It's nice to just relax and have some fun. Anyway, we were doing a paranormal investigation down in the cellar, Lee, and Andy went, I'm going to leave now, you know. And we said, yeah, okay, Andy, off you. And we went to see it all and all that. So anyway, we were sitting there for a minute or so, and we said, you know what, should we call it a night? Because nothing's happening, it's quiet, and it does happen all the time.
Of course.
And I said, come on, we'll go. So we went up, turned all the lights off in the cellar, locked the doors, stood at the top end there, and we were talking for a minute or so. Next minute, the cellar doors were rattling like hell. What were we like? We all thought, this is something, we've never had this before and all this lot. Then the doors flew open.
Wow.
And it wasn't paranormal at all. It was Andy. What the bleep 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 bleep. What? And I said, what are you doing here? He said, well, I was checking the water to make sure the water, you know, because we got a spring in Mill Street, and when it's heavy rain it can rise, and there's a pump to pump it out, and he was gone to check that, which we didn't know nothing about. So he was standing in there quietly. We went up the stairs, locked everything up, turned all the lights out. He was down there.
Wow.
And he had to walk through the cellar. He said he had to hold on to the walls all the way around, you know. And you know how long that cellar is, don't you? And he had to go all the way up there, up the stairs on so. And well, we got some stick over that, didn't we? It was so funny. And to be honest with you, if that had been me, I'd have still been down. You'd have just found my skeleton at the bottom of the floor, you know, on the floor there. But it was hilarious, wasn't it?
That was funny.
I mean, we've had some. Do you know what? What do you reckon for the Christmas show? We do the funny side of our investigations.
Do all the funny stories.
Yeah, I mean, Lee won't have any because he's too busy. He's too busy to have any paranormal stories, aren't you, Lee?
I certainly am.
What's it like being a guest tonight, Lee?
Brilliant.
Is it?
Enjoyed it, yeah.
Even though we've given you a hammering.
Yeah, it's all in good fun.
But I think what we'll do is we should have a festive, you know, a paranormal with a bit of Christmas side to it, because that's what it's about, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, have a laugh about what we've. I mean, it's obviously paranormal, but we will talk about the funny things that have happened to us, our Christmas nights. And you know, let's lighten it up a bit, and you know,
falling off tables.
Can I just say something, Lee? Did you hear Jonathan then tell a joke? And he said, singing. The Christmas, all the singing. I've never known anyone to sing out of tune so perfect as Jane. I've even got a recording of it, but do you know what? I wouldn't put it on because
we'd have no
listeners.
No, you'd have no.
And there'd be loads of complaints.
Yeah.
Why should we let anyone suffer at Christmas? Yeah. It's all right. She's not listening because she's down in the cellar, so we're okay. She's going to kill us.
I know.
And just for the record, it was Jonathan's idea to give Jane some stick. Do you know what I mean? So, just in case you're listening, Jane, I had nothing to do with it.
Wasn't me, Jane, either. I was blindfolded in the corner. It was all down to Lee.
Yeah, it was Lee. Oh God, poor Lee. Tonight he came on here as a guest and he's gone on. He's been battered from. Yeah, but it's nice to have that relaxing. You know, it is good tonight. And do you know what? Yeah. After the week we've had,
I know we just need a bit of a lift.
Need it, and you know, let's go back to Bill because we're near the end of the show. We're dedicating the show to Bill, and if Bill would have been laughing. I mean, do you remember Bill's belly laugh?
Oh, Jamie.
Yeah.
I tell you.
When he laughed and it was a belly laugh, we all laughed with him because it was so funny, wasn't it?
Was.
And we've had some great times with him.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of the funny thing that happened to with Bill.
Well, I had a phone call with him a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Talking about lockdown and all the rest of it, and how it'd all be alright soon. And I was saying anyway, I said, well, you've been shielding yourself, Bill, all these months. I said, all the pensioners that live by me, you're being out more than the gas. I've never heard him laugh so much in all my life. He'd never heard of that saying before.
No, well, I hadn't. Do you know what? I think the funniest one was we were in the top classroom, and it's the first time Debbie'd ever met Bill and everything else.
Yeah, I remember.
And he fell asleep at that table, didn't he? And I went, do you remember when I sneaked up to him and I got right next to his ear and I went, Bill. And he jumped out that chair. And he called me for everything. You stupid. I mean, he laughed about it and everything else, but he you know, he gave me a little bit of a hammering over that. But it was so funny, wasn't it? Halloween. Well, Halloween, he fell asleep at the beginning of the Halloween night. We woke him up at the end. We'd done the Halloween. There was 30 people in that night, and we went up. We just walked around and we left him asleep because we thought he needed to sleep. And I woke him up. Remember when I tapped him and said, Bill, you know, Bill. And he woke up and he went, whoa. Are we starting now? No, Bill, we're going home. It's finished. Oh, that's the Bill we loved, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, and he did love his shows. And Bill, tonight, this show was especially for you, and we will really, really miss you. We're going to be you're going to be sorely missed by everybody in the group. But anyway, it's the end of the night now. The end of the show tonight. Nice. And I'd like to thank Jonathan and Lee for joining me.
Thank you.
And Marie for sleeping outside. And
Jane in the cellar.
Bill, if you're listening up there, rest in peace, mate. Rest in peace.